Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is our Arise News analyst, Emmanuel Efeni, the great Malabite.
Good morning, Ruben.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rufai.
Morning, sir.
Yes, let's start the review. This day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. Yes, I start with the story just above the lead. Buhari, police must remain apolitical. Ensure peaceful 2023 polls. Recommits to free, fair elections. Wants Nigerians to elect their choice. Yes, the president yesterday restating the position he has taken that the next general election must be free, fair, and credible. And we cannot overemphasize that each time the president makes that commitment. And yesterday at the conference for senior police officers, the president was there in person, also to underscore the importance he attached to the police being the lead security agency on election day. And at that meeting, of course, there were other security agencies were represented, especially the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, who also committed to the resolve to help the police in any way possible to ensure that there is adequate security on election day come February 2023 and thereafter. Now, the lead story, NSA, the National Security Advisor, Nigeria not under any heightened sense of insecurity. And a quote from him there, I want to dispel any illusion about any heightened sense of insecurity. It is false. It is irresponsible for anybody to give that signal. We are working with our foreign partners in a responsible way, and Nigerians should go about their daily undertakings without being put in a situation of fear. Yes, I wish every Nigerian can just take this statement and go to the bank. But the situation is not as simple as the National Security Advisor wants to make all of us believe, because those who were kidnapped along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway last week will find this also funny that you can go about your normal duty without any fear. Yes, heightened state of insecurity as a result of the alert, the terror alert by the U.S. Embassy and, of course, other foreign missions in Nigeria. What we expect, yes, it is heightened. People in Abuja, they know that they have to take precautions. No amount of this kind of assurances will remove that from their minds when they also take into consideration that some time ago, intelligence report available that correctional center will be attacked. Nothing was done. And, of course, that attack took place and terrorists were freed. So we need more than just words like this to really douse the anxiety amongst Nigerians who travel across the country in fear these days. Now, the Punch newspaper also reporting that story. Terror alert, federal government reassures Nigerians, pushes back against US, UK. Now, the Vanguard newspaper has the same lead story, but I'll just look at two other stories there. Yes, Buhari jets out to London for medical checkup. Yes, the president still doing his checkup abroad. Now, two stories there. We have transformed Nigeria, tackled insecurity, empowered Nigeria. AGF Malami, yes, the Attorney General of the Federation. And of course, below the photograph, despite challenges, Buhari liberated more Nigerians from poverty. FG, of course, the story also attributed to Abubakar Malami. Well, like I said, if you look at another story, beside the photograph, abductors release ex-UI Deputy VC Mapoli students. Well, when you tell those students that everywhere is secure, I think their personal experience will tell them otherwise. Now, the Guardian newspaper, dollar scarcity worsens as banks ration withdrawals, BDCs stretched. We can't give what we don't have, banks tell customers. High cash holders mop up black market, push naira to highway. BDC dealers at Eco Hotel trade over 2 billion naira on Friday. Finance Ministry boils over Cold War between CBN Minister Uba. Alternative fiscal monetary coordinating structure required. CBN Act needs to specify working relationship between two offices. That's the office of the governor of the central bank and the office of the Minister of Finance. But, of course, the dollar scarcity, anything to do with the impending change or redesign of the naira, well, the report here is saying that over 2 billion naira sold by BDCs around the hotel on Friday last week. Well, you can add
over 2 billion.
Yes, 2 billion naira, yes. So you can add two and two together. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper, dollar scarcity hits BDC sells at 818 naira to the dollar. Naira depreciated by 53 naira in 5 days at parallel market. Nigerians rush to dispose of local currency. It's falling as a store of value, experts are saying. Now, political stories, the Nation newspaper, Tinubu Adebanjo under fire over Southwest Town. He's on his own, says Yoruba Council of Elders Secretary. Fasoroti remains Afenifere leader. Yes. Pa Ayo Adebanjo, of course, not one to be bullied, is insisting that Afenifere's endorsement of Peter Obi remains his position. But here somebody saying Fasoroti remains Afenifere leader. But I will just draw the attention of whoever is saying that, because it's credited to his source from within Afenifere, that on the 16th of March 2021, these days newspaper, Nigeria's newspaper of record, as well as other newspapers, reported that Pa Reuben Fasoroti has stepped down as leader of Afenifere, citing old age, and Pa Ayo Adebanjo has taken over, or has been made the acting leader of Afenifere. So, if anybody is still insisting Fasoroti remains Afenifere leader, well, that's the fact reported by newspapers back then. But what happened in Akure, at the residence of Performance, where elders gathered, was it an endorsement? Was it Afenifere's position or the position of those elders who gathered? Because there were elders from Yoruba Council of Elders. Yes, the only person who made a statement about Obi's endorsement, Peter Obi's endorsement, when Adebanjo gave that endorsement, was Chief Olufale, who said, well, it is too early, that at the appropriate time, they will meet and assess the candidates and take a position. Ruben Rufai.
I mean, this will go on. Obviously, there are divisions. Pa Adebanjo was on TV yesterday, stated his own side of the story, said Pa Fasoroti had called him on Friday, saying Tinubu and his camp was coming, and he didn't want them to come. That he was even the one that advised Pa Fasoroti to receive them, their father to roll, and all of that. There's been news making the rounds. One thing is certain, 2 endorsements by the Afenifere. It is certain that there's division in the House. And let's wait as time plays all of this out. That's what I'll say.
Before we wrap this up, yes. I wanted to comment not even on any of the stories. There'll be more than enough time to deal with those stories. But this photograph on the front page of this day. Yeah. And okay, there's even a story there. China Abo completes construction of 1.5 billion Lekki deep sea port.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good development. The project was started in 2020, and they've been able to complete it right on schedule. Now, it's one of the biggest seaports across West Africa, we're told, that can take large vessels. One of the major problems with our seaports in Nigeria is that, look, the draft is usually very low not more than about 1.5 meters. And because of that, big vessels cannot berth at many of our ports. So this will help. The cargo terminal at that dry sea port will be functional. It will create jobs. It will generate revenue. But importantly, as the governor of Lagos State himself recognized, a road network infrastructure will have to be provided so that we do not have a replication of the chaos at the Apapa seaport. But as a good development, this is something that we can...
Yes, but are we not setting the tone for that confusion already? Port completed, road contract just been awarded.
Okay, on that note, Emmanuel Ifeni, thank you very much.